riders, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be heading over to Ace Cafe here in Orlando, Florida. Today is Thursday, June the 30th, and they have bike night there, so I'm heading out there just to see what the scene is like. I haven't been there now in probably like 2 months at the very least, but I'm bringing the trail. I have yet to go there with the trail. I've been with pretty much basically all of my other bikes except for the trail, so I'm curious to see what the reaction is going to be. I know that, once you get, I've seen when they have like some retro bikes, people usually flock to them, so I'm pretty sure the trail might have a nice little gathering just because of, CT90, CT110, and people with nostalgia and whatnot, so I'm expecting to get a positive feedback. So right now we have 357 miles on the trail. I'm here expecting maybe in the next probably 50 miles. I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil a little bit earlier. The reason I'm doing that is because as you know, and if you don't know, you'll find out now, the Trail 125 doesn't have an oil filter like the newer 2022 Super Cup. So I definitely want to make sure that I change the oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a gold plug in place. That way, if there's any like metal shavings, any debris, anything from the clutch, that's able to go ahead and basically get all that, and prevent it from sludging the engine, and prevent all from that basically just going all about the engine. So being that I'm on the trail today, I'm gonna be taking some of the back roads, which I have not taken in a while, so that's gonna be interesting just to see what's going on out there. One thing that the trail has forced me to do since I got her was basically just get back to some of the smaller roads out there that I have not been riding in a very long time. So that's definitely one thing that the trail has made me do. So I'm trying to see what mods I'm going to go ahead and do to the trail. What I'm thinking one of the first mods is going to be, they sell this exhaust guard, and I'm thinking that's probably going to be my first mod, just because if the bike was to tip over, I don't want the heat shield to go ahead and get dented or basically just get damaged. I know it's going to happen, especially when I start taking her on some of those either fire roads or some of those light trail roads, fire roads, anything like that. So the longer I can prevent it, the better. Then what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and get engine guard. As you can see, there's gonna be something done here, but it's not gonna be too much protection. What I'm thinking of doing is they sell this nice black bar, which basically I think it basically goes out almost like I believe it's probably like 6 or 7 inches on each side. So I'm gonna be getting that next. Definitely I'm gonna be getting the bar over here because I gotta get me a foam mount for the trail, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the headlight, the one that has the kind of like a tray up here, because that's where I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and place my drone. I'm hoping to do there's this guy on Facebook, and you might want to check him out if you're in Florida. He has a Facebook page that's called the Florida Adventure Trail, or the acronym is FAT. So he has some GPX coordinates for about 1,200 miles of basically adventure riding. So I am basically I know the tracks are going to be available in November. I already went ahead and put my deposit, so I'm just hoping that as soon as they become available, I could go ahead and be hitting the trail. So they're going to be available in November, which for Florida, that's going to be great because the weather is going to start cooling down. So I'm hoping that once they come out, I'm able to at least take a couple of days, probably like a long weekend, maybe Friday to Sunday or Friday to Monday, and take 3-4 days to go ahead and hit the trail. They start basically north of Orlando and they go all the way up to the Panhandle. So I mean, if you have like a light dual sport, you're probably going to be best, just because, as you know, Florida is going to be basically all sand compared to either the Carolinas or Georgia, where you're going to have a little bit more rock. So that's where we at. I'm also trying to see if there is an application or something that I'm able to put when I'm doing this type of rides, that I'm able to put basically like a little odometer and the map over here, either to the right or to the left, that it shows basically where I'm riding. I'm one of those riders that when I'm looking at other people ride, I like to see where they're riding and get a little bit more information than just seeing the traffic ahead. So I'm hoping that I'm able to find an application or something like that. I know I've seen some riders do it. I've asked, so nobody has really told me what they use. So if you know what they're using, or if you know what application that would be, let me know, because I would love to integrate that into my videos moving forward. So I bought the trail, I believe it was either 40 or 42 miles when I got her, and I have yet to regret for 1 second buying it. Honestly, I had the mentality in mind that this was going to be an around town motorcycle, you know, not fast speeds, basically just, you know, cruising, you know, slow going. And I gotta say that the trail has met all my expectations and then some. As you know, it's not gonna have a lot of suspension travel, it's not gonna have a lot of power. When you compare it to a Super Cub or either Honda Monkey or Grum, it's not as fast. Just because that's the reality of it. It's not as fast as some of those, and the top speed is not going to be as fast either. It's going to be the slowest of basically the four. But I do enjoy it. I love the retro look. I love the way it just gives you those vibes of, you know, you want to go ahead and seek adventure, even though, again, as you know, it's a 125. But I'm definitely really happy that I got her. I have been waiting for a very long time, and finally somebody locally here sold it. So that's why I got it. There's some local dealers here, and I'm sure you are probably experiencing the same, depending of where in the country you are. They're trying to price gouge you. I mean, you're telling me that a $3,900 motorcycle, some of these dealers, and I get it, is demand, more demand is going to go ahead and merit, you know, according to the dealer, it's going to basically require a higher asking price. But you know, you can't tell me that a $3,900 motorcycle, you're gonna have a sticker asking price right off the bat of, at least in Central Florida, $4,400, and then as soon as you try to finish the fees and everything else, you're talking that you're already around $6,500 to $7,000. So I mean, if I was gonna be waiting on that, I would have never gotten the motorcycle, just because I was not gonna pay that absurd you know, out the door prices. So this one, I got it from my private, you know, party. He was fair on his pricing, just, you know, again, fair compared to what the market is asking, and that's why I decided to go ahead and get it. So he had just bought it from the dealer, and he was going through some tough times, and he needed to go ahead and sell it. So I happened to be the first guy that reached out to him. I think he posted it, and within like 5 or 10 minutes, I actually happened to be browsing Facebook Marketplace, and that's where I found it. So I reached out to the guy, he told me it was available, and I literally went the next day and bought it. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe a flat tire, because you have two cars here. I wonder what's going on. Maybe overheating, I'm not sure. So the trail, the top speed, I think the most I've done is probably like 50 or 51, and that was with a little bit of downhill. But for the most part, I cruise around 40 to 45. Honestly, guys, I don't keep her, you know, wide up in throttle. I mean, we're still in the braking period, so, you know, I try to alternate between RPMs. That way we make sure that everything, the seals and everything, you know, sit nicely. I'm getting ready to do the first oil change, like I mentioned earlier, and what I'm going to do for the first oil change, I'm going to use the Honda recommended, the GN4, you know, 1030. So after that one, I'm going to go ahead and do the oil change again, probably around 400 miles after the initial one. So I'll do 2 oil changes in the first 1,000 miles, just so I'm able to get a lot of the, you know, either the metal shavings or anything like that that breaks in the engine, you know, with the gold plug. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch, after the first 2 oil changes with the Honda GN4, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to, more than likely, Mobile 4T motorcycle oil. So, and then after that, then I'll just keep, basically probably do the oil changes every 1,000 miles. I mean, when you have a motorcycle that takes literally, it takes less than a quart of oil, you don't really have to, you know, I really wouldn't skimp on oil changes, you know, especially on this type of little motor that you literally have all that oil, you know, running a lot harder than you would if you had a bigger engine like I do like on my Yamaha FJR. So. If you have a Trail 125, comment below. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my my rear rack. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be doing a hard case. I already used GV, so I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and do the GV, like the aluminum box, the trucker. I gotta say I love the way it looks, but I'm not sure weight wise if it's going to be the most prudent thing. You know, it's a very light motorcycle, so I don't know if that's going to be the best option for me. But I'm trying to decide in which what up, man? I'm trying to decide. Oh, that's actually a 390. So, I mean, even that 390, that's a very nice, powerful engine. You could definitely see that he has the sight. He has the crash bar. So,
cool little ride.
Yes, sir. So, I gotta say, I love the dash even on this one. Oh, yeah. There he goes. So going back, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to do either I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do a hard case. I might do, I'm not really sure yet, because I got to buy like the specific, I got to buy like the bracket, and then I got to buy the actual mounting hardware for mine. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to do either a hard case or if I want to do a dry bag. I'm thinking the dry bag might be the most sensible. The only reason I'm saying that is the saddle bag is going to go ahead, not the saddle bag, the dry pack is going to go ahead and sit a lot lower. It's going to be easier. I'm thinking if I drop the motorcycle, that's going to actually make it easier, because I'm not going to have all that, you know, like it's not going to make it top heavy because it's going to be lower to the ground. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I found this company out of Washington that also makes top cases, and you could actually buy the top case with the mounting bracket. I believe they're called Moto Compo or something like that. They're out of Washington State, and I think it's like $250 or $300. They also sell you some other options that you could buy a top case that has solar panels, and it charges a battery inside, so you're able to keep all the electronics charged. So, but that one is going to run you around $500, which if you think about it, that's going to be basically the cost of a GV Tracker, the 52-liter one. So I'm undecided. They gave me the dimensions, and I'm actually trying to see if it's going to fit as exactly flush. So, because after I do that, I want to make sure, you know, like I said, I want to take a 2 or 3 day trip. Then I gotta go ahead and get me the side auxiliary tank. More than likely I'll get the 5-liter, just that way I get basically almost an extra 150 miles of range out of the, on top of the stock tank. So I mean, you're talking that I'll be able to more than likely comfortably, if I'm going off-road, I could definitely comfortably do easy 250, and I mean that's a very decent range. So this right here is Lake Ivanhoe. Florida Hospital is going to be over there. I don't think you can really see it from here, but you're going to have Florida Hospital over there. That building over there is going to be the courtroom. Right next to that is going to be this big bank building, but you can see it probably better from here. But bank, I believe it's going to be up down there, way down there. You're going to be able to see it. So, but this is very nice ritzy area here. This is like, around College Park. These houses like this are going to be typical here. And the crazy part is, so you basically, it's almost like you go into a different place. So you go basically from this light this way, there's going to be money. Anything out here is going to be kind of a little bit on the rough side. This is Colonial. If you go down that way, that's going to be OBT, and definitely a lot rougher on OBT Road. Trying to figure out if it's this one, the one that I gotta turn into. Let me see. Yep, right here. Guys, this is really sad to see. I mean, honestly, homeless has always been an issue here in Orlando, Florida, but it's really, really bad as of late. Just because the high rent prices definitely has made more people that they were already kind of on the fence. Not be able to basically afford their rent or anything like that. So first one you see? First one you see? La primera que ve?
No, eso me lleva para atrás Santo Domingo, güey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chulo.
Gracias.
Mierda.
I do not think I've ever seen those cases on a Goldwing.
You like it?
I've never seen those side cases.
The Vetter cases. So with the original Goldwings, they didn't come with it, and then Vetter and I think it was Gucci, the bag company, they made the saddlebags.
Yeah.
And Honda ended up making an agreement in like the late 70s, early 80s, and they started manufacturing the bags and the fairings, everything. But before, the bike was just originally a naked bike.
Yeah, my neighbor has a 77. He bought it brand new.
Oh wow.
He has like 50,000 miles, but he keeps that thing.
I'm at 51.
In mint condition.
Wow. I ride this every day.
Yeah.
It's a daily ride.
Every day?
I ride it from Apopka to UCF every day.
Wow. I'm a daily rider too. I rode yesterday and today, but when I'm working, I ride too. It only makes sense. Yeah, the gas prices.
Look, I could have this thing in my garage.
And you're doing real good with the gas prices.
Oh yeah, 100 miles per gallon.
Yeah, I know. It's not 95.
Yeah.
I got the little Honda Super Cup 50.
There's a
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
instead of a jacket.
And I'm on my second one. I love them. And then I have one from Brazil that they don't sell here.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Honda Biz 100.
Riding,
Really?
Yeah.
At night,
And it pulls like a 250.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm doing a long
Yeah, those old Hondas.
And the gas stays full the whole week,
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah, it does better than my FJR.
Yep.
Yeah. So, take care, man.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, take care, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, that explains why I've never seen it. Those are better cases. I mean, this right here is one of my dream bikes, the Multistrada. This V4 is a brand new engine. You have a 24,000 mile service compared to the older ones.
It wasn't even raining.
Oh, this is the new Hayabusa. I test rode one of these, and my God, guys, that was unbelievable. Oh, that one has the Brox's sauce. That's a fast bike right there. That's a mean bike, a really mean bike. That one has cruise control, which is honestly, it was lovely. I mean, but this one, you could tell, I mean, look at all the chrome on that motorcycle. So all right, guys, we are leaving Ace Cafe. So I gotta tell you guys, I did not expect the little trail to be such an attraction today. So definitely a lot more people than I expected was coming to talk about it, talking about their old their CT90 or their old Cup 50. So I mean, definitely has a crowd following. So I'm gonna be going home now. It's around 9:30 at night, so I'm gonna be doing something that's I'm really curious about. Tomorrow is actually a orientation for my brother's Coast Guard cutter they have for families, so I'm really curious to see what is that gonna be like. So should be interesting. So guys, if you enjoy the content, just give it a thumbs up. That way the algorithm knows it's good. Subscribe to the channel. Right now I'm showing that only about 0.9 of you all that watch the channel are subscribed. So if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on my next video.